Hello, so in this tutorial I'll teach you how to create a back office admin application through a database diagram, but instead of using the automatic features that we have in our tool to do that automatically, we'll do that manually through our folders UI diagram. So this is something, basically we'll try to replicate what we have done in the previous tutorials, but manually. So first thing to do is to log in our framework, choosing the workspace and the corresponding project, and as we can see here we have a blank and empty project with the correspondent database diagram, which is the same diagram that we have been using in the previous tutorials with the school, teacher and student tables. Okay, so what do we want to do next? So first thing to do is, based in this diagram, let's create the services, the business logic services. So for the sake of this tutorial, we'll use the automatic code, so we'll just create these services automatically, but as he already did it. But from now, let's go back to the interface layer. Now let's do everything from scratch. So first thing to do is let's install a template. Let's erase this file so then we can create a new one through the folders UI diagram. Currently we don't have any pages. Let's go here, folders UI diagram of the pages folder. Okay, and what we want to do here, we want to create 3 pages, which are going to be the index page, it will be a list page which will contain a list of schools and maybe other lists, and then we'll create another page which basically will be the school teachers. Okay, so in this, the list, we want to show the school listing, which will be a table, and will show all schools. These will be editable. You can just select all of these guys. 50 elements maximum with pagination. We want this UI. Okay, it can be like this. Permissions. We just want to have the admin user to have rights and delete permissions. Okay. And in here we want this to be the school teachers listing. We're in here, it will be a table too, to be teachers, but in this case it will be teachers from a parent table, schools from a specific school, and it can be editable too. You can make all of these editable. Okay, in the UI I want this to show, instead of the school ID, I want this to show the school name. Then, okay, and I just want the admin user to be able to write or to delete teachers. Okay, now let's go to the pages again, and let's only make, I just want the admin user and the regular user profiles to have access to these pages. So same thing here, only the authenticated users, and the same thing in this page here. Okay, done. Now I want this page to talk with this one, where in here it will be view all schools, and I want this schools list to have a link to point to this, which the link it will be view school teachers, something like this. Okay, Oh, I forgot something. So in here I want to add these default templates. In this page I want to add this template too, and in this page I want to add this template too. And in this case I don't want this to be in tabs, I want this to be one after another one, and let's leave this as it is. Now when we were selecting the authentication, by default I have some here admin and regular users, or when we were setting the permissions here of each listing, I can see that I have here a group of user types, of user profiles. So you can see this and you can manage or changes or add new ones or delete these ones through the user management's admin panel. It can be accessible through this link, or you can go here, manage users. It's exactly the same thing. So if you click here, you have all the current user profiles, the user types, which are these ones that we were seeing before. And currently we have these users. We just have one user, which is the admin user, and which this admin user is related with the admin profile. So this is one way of seeing what are the users they are created. And if we want to see currently, we don't have any pages, but when we create these pages, then we can go back here and we can see for each of the user profiles, for each of the user types, we can see what are the permissions for the correspondent pages. Currently we don't have any. Okay, so I believe we are set to create the first files. Okay, so we just click here, we make our own selections. I want to overwrite it. Okay, this will be the root folder. I want only the admin users to have ability to be allowed to edit or to create new users. I click next. I just want the system to find services in the business logic layer. I click next. And let's see, these are the services rules that he found, the system found automatically to create the corresponding action in each of the pages. So I don't have any warning, so it found everything correctly. So I click next, and now in here I can see that he'll create a bunch of files. So first thing here, I see that he'll create all these files and template for the above non-created files. So all the files that will not need to be authenticated will have this template here, non-authenticated template. Okay, then it will create this index file, the list file, and the school teachers file. Okay, so I just do next, and automatically it will create me about all these files here. And it's, as we can see here, it creates all the files that we are seeing currently here. Okay, perfect. So if we do preview of this page, it will, so since I'm not logged in, it will ask me to log in. So the user, as I showed you, we have a default user already created, which is the admin. Otherwise I needed to come here and to create here a new user. I could just come here, add user, I'll just put the corresponding users, and then I'll come here and in this case add user type, and I'll select my user that I created and the corresponding profile. If I want it now, I can just go to the manage of the user type, so I can see the permissions that each user profile, each user type has in the corresponding pages that the system created. So if I choose the admin, I can see that the admin has these permissions, so has write and delete permissions and access for these corresponding files. And if I go to regular, I should only see the access permissions. I don't see any write and delete permissions. Okay, now let's just use the user that we have. Or in this case we could just register a new user. So, but for now let's just enter with the admin user that we have. so which is admin. Okay, so we have here a link, this is the index page that we created, view all. Use was the link that we created, and then we have our schools list page that we created, and in here in the schools list we have a link to see the corresponding teachers of each individual school. Okay, both tables are editable. I can create here some school, other school, where I can see the corresponding teachers. I don't have any, so I can just create them, like example, just an example. Okay, so if I go back, if I see here, I see it's already here. This is just an example. I can delete this school. Okay, so now what we'll do is let's just change the diagram with a few things here. So in this list here, let's show other listing here too. So I want to show it in here. Let's show all the students and all the teachers. So let's put here teachers, which I'm going to show the teachers. So the UI, I want to show here the name of the school again. Will not set any permissions. This will be a read-only table, so there is no need for that. And let's do the same thing for the students. In here I want to show the school name too. Not set any permissions since it's a read-only table. Okay, this page will basically put everything in tabs. Okay, can rearrange our diagram again so you can see what this did, and then let's do something else. We just do create, next. Basically we refresh this guy here. Okay, so basically what I did is I add other tabs here where I can see all students, all teachers, and all schools, as you can see. Now let's do something different, which will be inside of the schools. I want to see only the students. It should be, let's say, students. But here will be school students, something like that. Okay. Students. It will be a table. And okay, it's here. I want it to be embedded. Okay. I want to be this as a pop-up. The UI, I want this to be hidden. Okay, and this is one thing, it's done. And I want this guy here to have a view of schools. Okay, and this guy here will be embedded. Okay. It looks okay. So I'll just create the files again so you can see what this will do. Okay. So if I refresh this in the schools, I can see that I have here the name of the list that I created here, school students, which is this one. If I click it, I see as a pop-up the corresponding students for this school. No students. If I go to the school teachers, I have here a view link, which is this view. Well, I could put here view school, could do something like, it will be better, school details. Instead of being a link view, let's just create this again, since we do this very fast. Done. So if I refresh, okay, I see here school details, and after I click, it opens below here the corresponding school details. So basically, this is just an example of the things that you can do with the folders UI diagram. So basically, we created in here an UI very fast through a diagram that manage the our correspondent database diagram. So this is like a back office that you can create from scratch through this folders UI diagram. And that's it. So thank you very much.